Yo, what's up, man? What's your man? So, right, check this out, right? I was having a discussion with, I was having a discussion with a associate of mine. He has a son, right? He has a son. So he goes, he's telling me his son is like, his son is a teenager. His son is like 17. So he telling me, when my son turns 18, 19, get out of high school, I'm gonna take him to the strip club with me. And you know what I'm saying? And you know, he turned 21, me and my son gonna be hanging out. I'm like, bro, first of all, that be the problem with y'all. Y'all take y'all kids and try to make your kids your friends. I was dealing with a female who did the same thing with her daughter. When her daughter became a teenager, her daughter started talking crazy to her. Her daughter started wanting to put her hands on her. That's because you raised your daughter as your friend. I'm looking at a lot of social media now where these daughters and mothers are fighting each other. You know why? That's because you raised your daughter as your friend. When your daughter was a little girl, that you was like, that's my little friend, that's my homegirl, this my best friend, this is the best friend. I don't need nobody but my daughter. No. First of all, what I'm not fixing to do with my son is we're not finna go to no strip club together. We're not finna smoke no weed together. We're not finna drink no beer together. We're not finna talk about getting pussy together. We're not finna talk about the girls we fuck together. We're not finna do none of that shit together because you're not my friend. You're my son. You're my son. You feel me? I'm not finna discuss none of that shit with my son. You're not my friend. And that goes the same way with women. Y'all need this. This is the reason why young black women, and I'm noticing the generation is catching up. The 35 and under, the 40, I'm 58 years old. So that means the 30, I'm 58. 38, 30, the 40 and under, your kids now are in their 20s. They're teenagers and in their 20s. And they're fighting y'all. They're jumping on y'all. Y'all are beefing with your kids, especially mothers. The 40 and under mothers, y'all beefing with your kids. Y'all fighting with your kids. Y'all kicking your kids out, your daughters out, because why? When your daughters was babies, when your daughters was infants, and when your daughter were children, y'all was cool. Y'all was friends. Y'all was friends. You didn't give your kids an opportunity to be kids. You know why? Because you was in the Jordan, you was in the Michael Jordan stores, you was in the Nike stores, you was doing all this extra shit for your child. You didn't give your child a chance to be a child because you was trying to make your child your friend. You was trying to make your child the flyest kid out here in these streets. You was trying to send your child to school the flyest child in the class. You was trying to teach your child not to be respectful. You was teaching your child, if somebody get in your face, you punch them in their mouth. Or you don't respect nobody unless they respect you. Nah, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And now y'all 40 and under are suffering the repercussions of the bullshit that y'all taught y'all children. I'm seeing a lot of 40-year-olds that got now they have, because that means when you're 40, so that means a lot of y'all had kids when y'all was teenagers. A lot of y'all 40-year-olds now y'all had kids when y'all was teenagers. That means that you had a child when you was, a lot of y'all had childs when y'all was 16, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that means your child now is 20 years old or 21. So, and you got teenagers. Y'all had kids when y'all was young. A lot of y'all had kids when y'all was young. And a lot of y'all kids, 45 and under, a lot of y'all kids are rebellious as fuck right now. The age of the children that are getting in the most trouble right now are the children of 45 and unders. We're talking about 25 and under kids that are getting in the most trouble right now. We're seeing the 25 and under kids that are being unalived by each other. And that's coming from the 45 and under parents. I'm 58 years old. So what I'm saying to y'all is y'all gotta think about what y'all doing. And now you have to understand that your kids is having kids. So if you're 40 years old, your daughter or your son is probably 20. That means they're having kids. I know kids right now that are having kids at 15 and 16. So that means that if you're 40, your child should be 20, 21 or under, right? Let's just say you had a child at 20. That means you're 20 years later, your child is 20. So, but let's be honest. A lot of y'all had kids at 19, 18, 17. So that means your child is 21, 22, 23. Right? That means you're 20 years older than your child. That's not much of an age difference. That's not much of an age difference in society now. In society now, being 20 years older than your child is not too much of an age difference. It's not. It's definitely not. I know 21 year olds that are hanging out with 40 something year olds. And now you got women, you got grown women in clubs with their daughters. Matter of fact, yesterday I was in the club. This woman came in the club with 3 of her daughters. Grown woman came in with 3 of her daughters. Do you think her daughters respect her? No. She's the friend. She's the friend. She and they in there drinking and partying with their mom. They ain't respecting their mom. Whenever this is how I'm telling this is a perfect example of fellas. This is a perfect example of fellas to stay away from a woman. If you and your girlfriend get into an argument, right? Y'all arguing, and she arguing to the top of her lungs, and her mother telling her, "Girl, be quiet. Girl, be quiet," and she not being quiet like that, get away from her. Leave her the fuck alone. Because if she can't listen to her mother, she ain't gonna listen to you. You ain't gonna be able to control that. So fellas, ladies, same thing applies. If you're dealing with a guy and he's woo 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 and he's bugging out, he's tripping, he's just going off the deep end on you, he's cursing you out, he's doing all this, doing all that, and you call his mother and you say, "Your son over here tripping, he woo 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 woo, can you talk to him and calm him down?" And you get a phone to the boy and he on the phone, "Mama, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, mama, that's some bullshit, fuck that shit, mama." And she telling him, "Calm down, stop right now, stop what you doing, stop acting like this, stop." And he, "No, mama, fuck that shit, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit." Leave that nigga alone. Leave him alone. Because if a person does not have respect for their fucking parents, they ain't got no fucking respect for you. I don't give a fuck about you. Whenever you hear a person, listen to what I'm telling y'all. Whenever you hear a person, whether male or female, arguing with their parents, specifically their mother. Now, if their father has been in their life since they was a child, and they arguing with their father, and their father can't tell them to shut the fuck up, and they shut the fuck up, leave that person the fuck alone. What the fuck can you do? That person gonna fuck you up. That man is gonna beat your ass, girl, because his own mother can't control him. So what the fuck think you can? Same thing applies, fellas. That woman ain't shit because she don't have enough respect to listen to her mother, and her mother can't tell her, shut up, stop talking. And she stops talking immediately, or he stopped talking immediately. Leave them the fuck alone. Leave the people get out their life. They don't have no respect for authority, and they damn sure don't respect you because they don't even respect their parents.